Hey, picking up right where we left off. Welcome back to Pop Modern Plays. We're playing World of Warcraft. This is part 2 of our Mountain Run series. And as we mount up on our Stormwind Red Griffin here and leave Auchindoun, we begin the second leg of our Mountain Run's journey with a trip to Magister's Terrace. Magister's Terrace is located on the Isle of Keldanos, which can be reached by taking a portal in the capital of Outlands, which is Shattrath City, and that portal will take you to the Shattered Sun Offensive space, and from there we're gonna ride our way majestically into Magister's Terrace. We're gonna have it set on heroic difficulty, as we did with Sethic Halls, and so there you go, checking difficulty, and the final boss, which is the reincarnated Kael'thas Sunstrider, has a greater than 1 or 2% mount drop rate for the Swift White Hawkstrider. Now that is a interesting mount, mostly because Hawkstriders are a class of mount that can 99% of the time only be ridden by Horde characters or people from the other faction. The White Hawkstrider is the only Hawkstrider that Alliance characters can use, and it's a land mount, land only. I have, since recording this video, actually acquired one. I actually did it on my monk character. It was one of those things where I was just doing the run every day, and because this is a heroic dungeon, so you can do it once a day, and it just dropped, and I wasn't even paying attention, and I freaked out. But in this, I don't think I get it. I mean, I don't get it in this video, but you'll see how we get to it. Once again, I wasted time while recording this meandering around. Before finally, I think I was trying to give directions on how to find the portal, which is basically right now we're in the Terrace of Light, which is in the center of Shattrath City, and that's the portal right there. It'll, next to the X-Arc, you'll see portal to Isle of Keldanos, which I need to walk up to. Can you just not? What are you doing? Past me is pretty dumb, actually. Yeah, there you go. Shattrath portal to Isle of Keldanos. So you gotta dismount and then click on it, and you will find yourself there. So yeah, we're gonna run in there, and he being me, I'm gonna do the dungeon, and that'll be this episode. Magister's Terrace was interesting because this whole island, actually, if I'm not mistaken, was added in a patch after the Burning Crusade came out, which was in 2007, I believe, and I don't know exactly when this patch was released, but they added this island, the Isle of Keldanos, where you help the Shattered Sun Offensive fight back the Burning Legion, and so basically this island was like primarily designed for people to do dailies on, and you can do dailies to gain reputation with the Shattered Sun Offensive, which nets you a very cool tabard, which I still like to keep on every once in a while, and it also got you some cool enchants, which were pretty good at the time, I believe, but they are now essentially useless. Here you can see me pointing out the direction to Magister's Terrace. Sunwell Plateau would be to our east of where we're facing, and that was the final raid of the Burning Crusade expansion, and we're not going to be going there, though, because if I'm not mistaken, there aren't any mounts that drop there. I have done it before, not at level, obviously, but it's an interesting raid for sure. Magister's Terrace, though, since it was patched in, is the sort of continuation of the Kael'thas Sunstrider story. Oh, I got really excited here because that guy over there, has the Ravenlord mount, which is the one that you get from Sethic Halls, and I was jealous. Yep, Ravenlord. So yeah. So the way I always understood it is Burning Crusade was weird, like they would add hubs of dungeons, basically, and it would be like, oh, this patch came out, and so now there's 3 new dungeons in this area and 1 raid. And one of those patches was the Tempest Keep patch. So they added the Architraz, the Botanica, and I believe the Mechanar. That might be all of them. And those were 3 5-man instances added in Netherstorm, which is another zone in Outland. And then they also added Tempest Keep, which is where you fought Kael'thas Sunstrider for the first time. We're actually going to be running Tempest Keep in a future episode. So you'll see that, but chronologically this dungeon occurs after that, because after supposedly defeating Kael'thas Sunstrider there at the end in a pretty epic fight even to this day, he gets resurrected by some nasty evil energy, and the resurrected Kael'thas Sunstrider is the final boss of Magister's Terrace, which is where we are now. So here we are approaching the first boss, Beelin Fireheart. I should probably full screen these videos actually, because I have them in a very small window that I'm looking at as I dub them over. But so we just knocked out the first boss. Nothing to it really. Let's put this video in full screen. You guys won't really see anything, obviously. Next up we have Vexalis, who's around 2 corners. So in this room, this is a fun room because you get all these bright scale worms. This is actually a frame rate killer for a lot of people. You do an AoE, which I just did. I did Starfall, and it kills all the bright scale worms just in mass, and then they all fall. And then there's Vexalis. Obviously doesn't pose a threat at level 90. You can pretty much do these every Burning Crusade instance, I believe at this point around, let's say 80, 85, you can solo them. Maybe even earlier because of the recent stat squish. But I usually don't recommend people start doing mountain runs until they are level capped, just because everything is much easier and faster, and also I don't know, I'm of the opinion that the game is more fun at the level cap, so it's nice to not have to worry about XP. So Vexalis is down. Now we have Priestess Delrissa next, and we're just going to pull some of these Sunblade Sentinels. I usually, if I were to play this at this point at level 100, I would be using my Moonfire and killing everything in one shot. Here it takes about 2 shots, so I believe this was recorded before the stat squish when Warlords of Draenor came out, or maybe not. I don't remember. This is a fun pull actually, because there's a lot of guys, and if you are grinding any rep, like I am grinding the Exodar rep here, which I believe I finished in this dungeon. You can see I only have 1 bar left in the bottom right until hitting Exalted. We talked about tabard reps in the previous episode. So once I get Exalted, we go to buy the Exodar mounts. Here we go, Priestess Delrissa up next. Record victory according to, that's DBM, or Deadly Boss Mods, which is an add-on that tells you, it basically helps you with boss mechanics when you're doing raids and dungeons, so that you don't have to rely on the game's visuals as much, and you can kind of be told when to do things on timers. It's a very popular add-on, and so here's an important thing about this fight right now. So we're gonna engage Kael'thas, and you notice I ran past the people that stand next to him, or in front of him actually, because he's already dead. Now he's just gonna talk. Those people, if you engage them, Kael'thas will talk for much longer, and he'll say his infamous Tempest Keep was merely a setback line, which weirdly was like a sort of meme, I guess, back in the day. I don't know. So we didn't get them out, but we're looking at the shoulders and mace that we got from that fight, which are kind of cool, I guess. We're going to vendor all of that, obviously, and then that is basically this run. As you can see, we have the tiniest amount left of Exodar rep to get, and I think I finished that off camera, so I think next episode is Exodar mounts. And then I still use that bag sorting add-on when I recorded this. Gross. At this point, I'm talking about, what am I talking about? Oh, just how to get off the island. Basically, you can there's a flight master somewhere on this island, right? I think that's right there in front of me. And here I'm talking about resets. As you can see, 22 hours, 56 minutes left on both dungeons so far. You can fly off the island, or you can use your Hearthstone to quickly get off. And also, there's a daily that gives you a portal to instantly bring you back to Shatrath. But I believe I just used my Hearthstone to progress into the next stage of our adventure. So thanks for watching, and next time about Martin Plays, more mounts.